But one day, there might be a phone call where we say, rah, are you seeing what's happening in Piccadilly right now? Man are landing in parachutes, you know?
And at that point, what do you think? Just suppose you phoned me and you said, hey, them man are mashing up Piccadilly Circus. What would I say? I wouldn't say to you, should we pull up?
You wouldn't say what?
I wouldn't say, should we go pull up?
Nah.
But the thing is, you know, sometimes I'm still gonna go back to what I said originally because it still doesn't make sense to me. Man can't be in beef with Russia and go and smash up a forest. I don't think anyone in Russia goes, boy, fucking hell, they just killed a couple bears. No one gives a shit. So in England, you're not gonna go and smash up Tottenham High Road like we do that. I'm talking about if you're Russian and you want to get to the English. What do you don't mash up the hood. So essentially, I think some of us might be cool.
But you got to look at it like
this.
It's ignorance.
But I think if you're in Buckingham Palace,
do you think in war they're looking at like they're not looking at all right? Wait, let's think these lot are going to be out. They're just looking at you know what? We got a bomb. Let's just say we got a bomb. Yeah, let's just mash.
That's not true. That's not true. In 2011, when all that stuff was going on, they single-handedly pinpointed areas they wanted to attack in London. London Undergrounds in central London. London buses in central London. Yeah. When all that bombing was happening in Tottenham, we're good. What we have to worry about is man round the corner.
Bro, let me just go with what Poet is saying. I hear it, and you're being wildly optimistic, and I respect it.
I want to be safe.
Yeah, I hear it. But in war, when it does get to war, I hear it. There are little bits and pieces that are pinpointed and whatever else. But I'm not saying that this will happen here because I don't think it will happen here. But you think that they just been pinpointing stuff in Palestine?
No, but that's a different thing.
You think that's what's going on?
The reason why that's a different situation is because Palestine, as a place, from my understanding, doesn't have things that London has. So if I'm going to go to war with you, I have to defuse you. I'm not going to go to smash things up for no reason. I have to make sure whatever resources you have, your defense is weaker. Now, smashing up Tesco's in fucking Tottenham Hell doesn't make their defense weaker. So I don't think they're going to be. It can't just be anything. I think we're just
scared. They're scared.
It has to be.
Maybe I'm just saying.
Do you know why?
But I hear it.
You
but
can't
it's
just
war.
It's not Ukraine, bro. You can't just pull up on your.
It's not like that.
Big man, it's war.
What's the tank?
And
you can't just pull a tank and roll over a fence and now you're in the country. We're surrounded by ocean. Like, you can't just pull up on us.
It's a different thing.
Do you know what? That's the real fact.
War.
You can't just pull up on us. I know you think you can.
I know. You can throw a bomb, though.
From where?
But I don't. It's war.
Yeah, but I can't. Even if I've been in the gym all week, I can't defend against that. So why are they telling me to get ready? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there's something else I want. There's something.
What war are we looking at?
Yeah. What?
I just want to know.
Interested.
I need these papers.
Maybe it is a thing of if it does happen. Remember what happened in Ukraine as well, yeah? When them two was going at it and that, yeah? Wasn't there a situation where they started going out, I don't even know exactly who was doing that, but they were giving out just straps to just the citizens that were living
in
there.
Where?
In Ukraine.
But I'm saying to you, see Ukraine,
so maybe
the places you're mentioning, they're not London. Like, them places, for God forgive me for a
we're
better
too
word,
arrogant.
This is why we're going to get something.
This is why we're going to get something, because we're too arrogant.
No,
we think it can't be us.
No, Chucky, you're missing what I'm saying to you.
I wouldn't be trying to run up on England.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what it is?
England's dangerous, you know,
You're trying to lick the...
You're optimistic and arrogant. Yes, he's got
all the peace.
You're optimistic and arrogant.
That guy over there, you know that guy, he's got all the bread and all of that, but you know he's difficult to run up on. Like, that's just the fact.
England are difficult to run up on. I'm not disputing that. But I'm just saying, don't be arrogant.
No one's being arrogant. What I'm asking you to do, because what you're generalizing.
I'm not arrogant.
You have to.
But Chucky, you're generalizing stuff, and I'm not saying you have the answers, but I'm saying it's not as simple as that. You're making it seem so simple, and I'm like, England, from my understanding, I've done some research recently about the Second World War, and I really want to question who the is. I think they're all cunts. My point is this: like, they've been for so long. This is the type of man that you would have punched him up time ago if it was that easy. It's clearly not that easy to just come London or come England with planes and all. It's just not that easy.
It's got bare enemies.
So
but this is my point being, because this is the thing, I can't allow you to end like that. Because I'm not saying it's easy. Because if it was easy, it would have been done a long time ago. My thing is what I'm saying is that because England have carried on with fuckery for such a long time, and it is so difficult that one day, when it does happen, it's going to be a madness.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But my thing, again, and I so to stick to it, I stick with what Dan was saying prior. I don't know how complicated it is coming after you because it's never been done before. But I've smashed that up and I can get away with it. So you know what I'm going to do? Look for that equivalent loads of times and keep smashing that up to draw you out. because
You draw them out.
and there's an art like that. And I'm not saying we're not gonna get attacked, but it's just not gonna be as easy as going to smash up Ukraine. It's just not.
Like,
It's
I'll be
just
honest.
not.
When Putin decided to run up on Ukraine, he would have done it. Not like that's a chess man. Like he knows exactly what reaction he's gonna get from the rest of the world, and he's almost willing it to happen so that he can play his next move and his next move. He knows if I keep doing this over here, he's gonna come out to play event. He's got something. I don't know what it is. I just want to. Yeah, I don't want no drama.
Yeah,
Neither
none.
do I.
I don't want any drama. I want the world to be at peace. I don't even understand why everyone's warring each other. I get it because it's gone too far, and there are certain countries that are just so in the madness that like you can't undo it now.
Yeah.
But like, see how like Germany's kind of sat the last couple bits of wars out because they went mad in the 20s and in the 40s. They was in every beef.
Yeah.
And now they're
Yeah,
sitting
but
there,
if you heard about that beef,
And now
I went and some
now it's
research
England.
about that German beef. Yeah, the way they went about it was so wrong. They've done a mad thing. God knows
they
what
were
they're
horrible.
But when you find out why they were pissed off, you start questioning yourself, Chargy.
Well, I
when you
just-
find out why the Germans are pissed off, when you're going over there and everything's overpriced
Listen,
in
it's
Germany,
the same
and
thing as what you always say, dancer.
dance a yard
Go for
before
your
you
dance.
dance up.
They
Right.
don't need to go over there.
Wait,
They
who?
don't need to come over here. We don't need to go over there. Everyone just.
No, but I'm telling you, if you just do it, Scribs came to my house the other day
Yeah.
and started putting me on some knowledge, no homo, on a couple of things that are happening in the world and have been happening. My guy, the biggest cunts on planet Earth are England and the United States. So that's why I agree with Chucky. Something will happen. But they've been pricks for so long and they've played people like, don't worry, you go deal with that and you go deal with that. When you read about the Second World War, read about the Jewish community, what they were doing, the Germans, the English, and the Americans, and Palestine. Read about that, and you'll realize Chucky is right. We are fucked, but I would like to know how they're going to do it, because it's not as easy as smashing up Ukraine. It's
Big
just
man,
not that easy.
big man. Hear what I'm saying? You're right, and I agree with you.
They're pretty-
But if we knew how they were going to do it, it just wouldn't happen. When it happens, we didn't know how they were going to do it.
No, but you know, for example, put it this way. In anything, for example, we watch football. I know how a team's not going to play. I know all the things they're not going to do. But you see the things they're going... And I know loads of things that they can possibly do. Which one they're going to choose, I have no clue. But we have to prepare ourselves for all the things that they could possibly do. So I'm saying, in war, we know the things that these guys are not going to do. But you see the things that they can possibly do? Can we figure out what they are
Here's
so
the
we
thing,
can
That's my
prepare?
point.
This is why
But that- but that's
every
my-
country
but that
is
is
making
my-
the crazy nuclear weapons that, to my knowledge, you can't really
Just smash up the
Yeah.
whole bottle.
Yeah, as in you can't really defend against them. It's like bringing on a Haaland. Like you're in
brother?
trouble. You got to back up. But I'm hearing that they're making like missile defense units because they know someone's gonna try and send a major rocket.
Have you seen the
And
drones?
then now they got weapons to shoot the rocket.
Have you seen the
Yeah, it's
drones?
nuts.
It's too stressful.
Have
for
you seen the
everyone.
drones?
No.
The drones that are flying like a camera, and it was what they showed. What I always watch this crazy stuff on Twitter. There's a guy. He's by his tank. He looks up. He sees the drone. When I say his whole world crumbles, I'm thinking this shit's just a drone. He's running. The drone's falling. And he's like, next thing you know, you see spark. You see a tank, and you see flesh everywhere. So the war is crazy. The drones are bombed. Like they're just drones for the war is
Oh, he
crazy.
saw the drone and he because
And
he
he
knew the drone.
knew was
Yeah.
gonna-
He knew it was a
blow.
thing. He knew it was a thing, yeah.
He's seen it and just said,
Yeah, I'm out of it.
"Oh,
This is
my
mad.
God."
Yeah.
I didn't understand why he didn't jump into the tank. I would have, because it looks like he's prepared for those types of things. But yeah, he died anyway. So yes, there's multiple.
Can I
ways
just say?
they
Can I
kill
just
you,
say?
attack you.
I hope you're both right.
I
Bro,
don't.
this is our war.
It's
This
not
ain't-
our
I
war.
don't even wanna-
No,
I don't
but
wanna
I
be
mean, I hope you're both right in the sense of, in the worst case scenario, in the very worst case scenario, you know what? They target a Big Ben, you know what I mean, or they just target a London Eye.
But do you know what?
That's still bad. That might be the day I decide to go there with Zion and Khalifa.
Yeah,
I need
true.
to know
I hear
what
that.
is
No, I hear
going
that.
on.
I hear you. I
Do you
hear
know where
you.
I'm coming from? So I
I
can
hear
go,
you.
you know what? For example, when the COVID thing was happening,
Yeah.
you don't know there's going to be multiple things that can happen. So you prepare for those things, such as the water supply might be down. Everyone's leaving their yard to buy water, to buy toilet paper. So you prepare for the things and the information you have. That's what I'm saying. In this discussion, I want to know how they possibly could attack us. We
But
know
the
us
thing
is
is, but,
trained.
always a way. I think you use
and my thing
insiders.
is that like
Insiders.
I think that we probably haven't been attacked in a mass way because maybe England has been so good at being able to prevent that from happening. Also with the backing or whatever else, yeah. But nothing is possible until it's possible.
Yeah.
And then when it becomes possible, you then can prepare yourself for the next time that it happens. But there's always, when there's a will, there's a way.
And there's always, we've seen enough films where they train a child from like 1 year old to become an Englishman, and out of nowhere, like he remembers his assignment. And he's all of a sudden
My
against
father.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I guess a lot of that is like infiltrating, innit? It's like,
bro,
if you
like,
just
it's
could infiltrate a thing, if you could chess.
inside jobs.
What are they going to sacrifice? Is it London? Is it Scotland? Is
The,
it Newcastle?
the thing is,
Because imagine they smashed up something worth a lot of money and then it got placed into our taxes
said
that we have
smashed
to
up
flip in. Smash up something really, really worth a lot. And then we have to pay it back as the general public.
Which we would probably have to do.
All of a sudden, they're attacking the country in a different way. They're making them hate themselves, making them kill themselves. But smash up the country, they'll pay for it, and then we're gonna go, why are we paying for what they've done?
And then
all
before
of a
you
sudden,
then it's a civil war.
there's a civil war, and us joining that is even easier. It's even easier us joining that because now we can section out the people that we don't like to who we do like.
Well, there's quite a few countries anyway where it's like mandatory. When you get to a certain age, you get like 2 years of training or 3 years of training.
a lot of countries have been in war. For example, I think for America's entire existence, it's only been at peace for something like 20 odd years.
What?
Like it's always been at war with someone.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. Well,
So like, it's just like, I don't get how. But this is expensive. You can't even beef my man from Acton or wherever it is or whatever area without having bread.
Yeah, for
Imagine like having to beef like China.
Oh, forget that.
Bro, we're not. It's not far off. Like we're right there.
Oh, forget
ain't China and Russia kind of like?
twins.
What do you
That's
mean?
the next thing.
There you go.
You see what the Russians are?
So this is when you look at it in road terms, them man are looking at Putin and saying, "Listen, brother, if whatever you're on, I'm on."
And you know, don't blame me because my cousin's coming out of jail any second.
Yeah,
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
My bro, he's been talking wicked about you.
Yeah.
And he's ready to pull up any second now. Please just make this easy. Don't make me call him. Because him, that's China.
That's a mad thing.
China's
And
on
you
a
got
vibe of
that Kim Jong-un
Yeah.
guy. Bro, he
Ain't he dead?
He pretended he was dead just to see what his enemies would do.
Yeah, there you go.
These guys are different.
He's serious.
exactly.
This is
So
not...
he's alive then.
Who's our guy? Who's our Rishi Sunak?
Yeah, and men are fighting for him. Hey.